So you got the government saying your terms of service, which don't have to comply with the First Amendment, but the government saying we don't think these accounts comply with your terms of service. Please take them down.
Political response.
What's up, everybody? Thanks for tuning in. This is Legitical Response, a channel focused on politics, politicians, what they do, what they say, the stuff they try to get away with, the stuff they shouldn't get away with, and how they have been all up in your stuff and you didn't even know it. Now, what we got coming up, finally, we have the investigations into the Twitter files. Now, if you don't know about the Twitter files, which, have you been living under a rock? The FBI was actually in contact with people at Twitter, censoring people, mostly like 90-something% people on the right. They censored the Hunter Biden laptop story, which would have almost certainly changed the outcome of the 2020 election. So that's election interference right there. But they were actually in contact saying, hey, look at these people, let's shut them down. We think that they are violating the terms of your service. Now, who in the hell would think at the FBI that they have the right to shut down people on a private company? I have no idea, but this is some very compelling testimony we're about to hear. Let's roll that clip.
Did anyone at Twitter have a security clearance?
It's my understanding that at least some current or former employees did hold clearances, but I wasn't certain about that.
Ms. Gaddy, do you know if anyone took up Mr. Chan's offer to hand out security clearances 30 days before the 2020 election?
Not that I'm aware.
So we don't know how many people had security clearances. Twitter, do we know? Mr. Baker, Mr. Gaddy, and Ms. Gaddy, anyone know how many people on Twitter had a security clearance in the 30 days prior to the election?
I don't know the answer to that question.
Ms.
Sir.
Gaddy?
I do not know.
Mr. Roth, you don't know?
No, sir.
Well, how about the last one? Ms. Navaroli, do you know?
No.
I mean, it seemed like the offer was to sort of just hand them out like candy. I just wondered who had them. No one knows? Okay.
If they handing them out like candy, shoot, I want one. It's like, here you go, here you go. Here's a clearance, here's a clearance, here's a clearance. There you go. You want one? Sure, take one. You can have one.
So the FBI didn't tell you that it was fake, didn't tell you that it was hacked. And Mr. Roth, did the story violate your policies?
In my judgment at the time, no, it did not.
Yeah, that's what you said. Said what I would propose, is you said it isn't clearly a violation of our hack materials policy, nor is it clearly a violation of anything else. So I think what a lot of people are wondering is if it didn't violate your policies and they didn't tell you it was fake, didn't tell you it was hacked, why'd you take it down?
The company made a decision that found that it did violate the policy.
Hey, when you go up there to testify in front of Congress, make sure and give them this as a gift.
It wasn't my personal judgment at the time that it did, but the decision was communicated to me by my direct supervisor, and ultimately, I didn't disagree with it enough to object to
You know what I think happened, Mr. Roth? I think you guys got played.
No, come on, let's be real. You just got lied to.
I think you guys wanted to take it deep down. We saw what the chairman put up where you said, everyone in the White House is a fascist. I think you guys wanted it to be taken down. I think you meet with these guys every week. We know that's been established in the Twitter files. You had weekly meetings with Mr. Chan in the run-up to the election. They send you all kinds of emails. They send you documents on the super secret James Bond teleporter. You get information on that.
Hang on, what? A super secret James Bond teleporter? How the hell did you know about that? I thought I only knew about that. Huh.
I think you guys wanted to take it down. I think you guys got played by the FBI. And that's the scary part. Because we had 50, this to me is the real takeaway. 51 former intelligence officials 5 days after you guys take down the Hunter Biden story and block the New York Post account. 5 days later, 51 former intel officials send a letter and they say, the Hunter Biden story has all the classic earmarks of a Russian information operation. The information operation was run on you guys. and then by extension run on the American people. And that's the concern. And to Mr. Raskin's point that you guys aren't bound by the First Amendment because you're a private company, okay, maybe so, but your terms of service don't have to comply with the First Amendment. Would that be right, Mr. Roth? They don't have to. You've said that as much in your testimony.
My understanding of the First Amendment is that it protects people and businesses from government, not
Understand
forms how the...
what I'm in your terms of service. So here's what I want to know.
Watch this. This is the clever bit right here. Watch.
Here's what I want to know. Is this a violation of the First Amendment when the government, Mr. Chan, again, sending you an email saying, we think these accounts need to be looked at because they violate your terms of service? That's a different standard. So you got the government saying your terms of service, which don't have to comply with the First Amendment, but the government saying, we don't think these accounts comply with your terms of service, please take them down. You see a problem there, Mr. Roth?
Mr. Chairman, and seeing a flashing red light, I'm happy to answer the question. Do I think that that's a valuable use of the FBI's time? No, but I don't see in a request for review a problem under the First Amendment, no.
I sure do. I thank the gentleman. I get back.
And there lies the problem. He doesn't think that that's an issue. When the government is asking you to make people shut up, shut them up. That's what the First Amendment is there for. You can argue all you want about a private company doing what the hell they want to do. If they want to shut people up, they can shut people up. I've made that argument before because it's the logical argument. And I have no problem with that. But when you find out that it was the government saying, hey, shut these people up, and then they shut those people up, that's no longer a private company. Now they are doing the bidding of the government because the government asked you to shut them up. You couldn't find a reason legally through your terms of service to shut them up. You did it anyway. There's a problem with that. And that's why I'm loving these investigations, is because we're finally getting to the bottom of this stuff. We all knew, everybody on the right at least, knew that there was something sneaky going on with this when they shut down the Hunter Biden laptop story. There was just way too many red flags and way too much wrong with what was going on to just, forget about it. No, we had to get to the bottom of that, and I'm so glad we did because we found out so much stuff with those Twitter files. I think Elon Musk buying Twitter was one of the best things for our country in a long time because it's actually showing how involved the government was with social media. And I really hope these others get the message from this that you should let people be. If they're actually violating your terms of service, do what you gotta do, by all means. If I violate your terms of service, shut me up. I deserve it. But if they're not, leave them alone. If the government is asking you to turn off these people and they are not actually doing anything wrong, it's on your conscience to not do it. But look, that's all I got for this one, y'all. I said my piece. I got another one coming because there was a whole lot to this hearing than just this. So there's going to be a follow-up video. But that's all I got on this one. Hey, look, y'all. I've been growing a little bit. I appreciate everybody subscribing. Thanks. Make sure, if you just watching, make sure to hit that subscribe button so you get more, because I got a whole lot more coming. Turn on your notifications. Hit the like if you liked it. And be positive. Peace.